Oh, did you want music? Oh. Okay. Alright, give me a second. You want a Falcon Heavy launch? Oh. Okay, I can do that. All the SpaceX's Falcon Heavy recap is it has David Bowie in it. I can't play it. Hold on, let's try. What about this one? Here, we can watch this one. This will work. This is close enough. It wasn't very long. Hmm. Huh. Can't have Starbase without a starship? Yeah. Here, you know what? We should just watch this.
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe. To ignore these great resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Alright, we ready to go? Excuse me, it's coming. Hey, I answered every single one of the other questions, man. I missed one. I missed one damn question. You know how hard that is? Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Everybody doing swimmingly? What's up, Snake? How you doing? I see somebody made a trip up to the other external tank. 2021, good accuracy. Yes. It's a great day. The new trailer released. Forlorn, do you like the Matrix because of the Matrix, or do you like it because of the people that made it? Honest question. I'm onto your games, little lady. I'm onto your games. Nah, I loved it back in 2000. I still do. I like the first Matrix too. First Matrix is great. Second one, the highway scene is fantastic. The highway scene is my favorite, where they shot it right near where Astra's factory is. Wherever you can, check out the Minecraft link you posted. I've seen that already. I watch, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. People doing in Minecraft what I do in Kerbal, just completely confusing the game. Iron Oak? Oh, hey there, guy. Oh, freaking mint. Iron Oak's here. Oh, fantastic. I purchased the original movie poster back in the early 2000s. Too expensive. All right. Right on. Did you use that do you know that they used all the old AA turrets? Quad 50s. Yeah. For the tracking cameras. Yep. There is no third Matrix. Oh, Canadians in space. Oh, not even once. Well, yeah, but one went to space one time. That crazy guy went up there and he, started playing some music or whatever. The third Matrix kind of sucked. Yeah. Hey, Kim, what's going on? Oh, that's cool, Slappy. Hell yeah. Yeah. The second one is a little weird. The third one, the battle in it was fantastic. I thought that part was great. With the mech suits and stuff. Yeah, that was sick. That was pretty sweet. They seem to forget though that my body is ready to wait 3 more months. Is spoilers okay for the third Matrix movie? I don't know. John Wick's gonna wreck some fools. It's old enough now. It's funny, because in the computer program. In a computer program, they could fly around, they could break physics and stuff, and then they try to do that with the hovercraft in the real world. Doesn't work. You think the creators of the Matrix forgot about the Matrix? I don't know. I don't really follow. I haven't followed for 20 years. Forlorn. I have no idea. Hurricane Larry will not hit Massachusetts at a huge flood is incoming. Yep. What would happen if you took the blue and the red pill at the same time in the Matrix? I mean, probably nothing, actually. Probably nothing. Because you guys got to remember, it's not a pill. Those are scripts. That's running a program. The pills are just a euphemism. It runs a program. The red one disrupts your input-output carrier signals to the Matrix so they can pinpoint your location, right? The blue one does nothing. It's a placebo. So, you take it, it'll probably disrupt your input-output carrier signals still, but Yeah, they probably just wouldn't do anything. Just grab both. Like, and what do you mean by fart? SRBs are constantly moving lots of gas out of the nozzle. Constantly. I don't get why they're rebooting the franchise. I don't know. We gotta watch the trailer. They sound like farting. Sounds like rocket engines. The vibrations that come off of a rocket engines are enough to distort sound. They're so loud they distort sound. Yeah, what you're hearing is the buffeting. You're hearing the wavelengths. I think. Pretty sure. Because Hollywood can't come up with anything original anymore. You're very original in this comment. Foreign people allowed to have their opinions. What origin are you at? 20, dude. 20. I don't know why it's. This is not 20. 20. 20. Do they sound like that in real life? Yeah, they do. Ah, hell, I'm at 19. Oh, bud, why don't you just get your ship and, come on over? We got plenty of Molson for you over here. Time to go for a spacewalk. Oh, maybe we could go and pick you up or something. 20 minutes in and EJ hasn't noticed me. What? You noticed? What, serious potato? I haven't noticed you giving me crap? Well, guess what? Now this is happening. Are you upset? Yeah, I saw what you said. I ignored you. Because it was annoying. No, Molson is bad? Oh, you don't want Molsons, man. What's wrong with you? Serious, do you love it? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Did you get it? Now, we can listen to Starbase music, buddy. All you have to do is ask. Man, I gotta show you good poutine, and now I gotta give you some good Canadian beer. Yeah, well. I don't even drink American beer. I drink Irish beer. To be honest with you, bud. Serious? Oh, you having a giggle, mate? Alright, let's load up the game. Anyway, yeah, I don't mind the Matrix movies. I like the first one the best, though. I mean, but that's very... A lot of people like the first one. I don't know, it's just something about how they unfolded the story in the second and third one that just... It feels okay, but it got a little gratuitous at times. Like, the scenes where they're all dancing, it's just a little strange. It's a little strange. You like all three? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I watched all three in the theaters. I don't know. It didn't take the direction that I thought it would take. Still, good movies though. From what I remember, they got rushed once the studio execs realized the Wachowskis were making a trans allegory. You feel it'll be like the new Star Wars? Alright, do I have to watch this trailer real quick? Why are the tiles on that shuttle in the gift second from the right? Why are they different colors? They were tiles that were replaced. Here, hold on. Do we have to watch this real quick? Forlorn, let's see what we got. Let's see what's on the menu. Let's see what's on the menu. Alright, just 3 minutes of your time here, chat. Let's see. Tiles are replaceable. Rip VOD, by the way. Yeah, like, and there's a couple of different ways to tell the tiles and stuff. Actually, you know what we can do? If there's music in it, that's one thing I never hated about the original Matrix movies. The soundtrack was amazing. Here, Forlorn, post the link to the Matrix in chat, if you will. I'll just hit the play button, and yeah, you guys can watch it with me. Because if there's DMCA music in it, I don't want to. All right. We'll do a little YouTube watch party here. Let's see. I'm going to mute the sound for the stream. And we'll watch it in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Is that? Good song. Yeah, Sleepy. Good tunes. Nice, Sneaky. I know this isn't much because you guys can't hear it, but it's the new Matrix trailer that's on. Give me 1 second. That's very strange. Face Reactive Movie Channel's no sound is my favorite. I told you to play the video. Holy heck, that was awesome. Is that... Is that... Huh. Huh. Yeah. Why are they... Wait, I'm confused. Why are they back in the Matrix? I'm confused. This is not made by J.J. Abrams. Why are they back in the Matrix, and why are they in San Francisco? I'm really confused. And they restarted the Matrix in the last movie. I don't remember that. I'm mad that they changed Morpheus. I know he had a scheduling conflict, but man, is this going to make this bad for me. Huh. This is my favorite shot right there. They literally made the sun come up for Neo at the end, remember? Not really. not really. What up, Chief? Huh. Huh. I'm just scrubbing through. I guess you guys can see this part, because I don't have the sound on. Interesting. Eh. Are we launching tonight? That's the plan. Yeah, I guess he's not in it. Matrix never really ended. The Matrix still exists. It's only agreed that those that wanted to be awoken can leave the Matrix. Do I have that right? Yeah, get off your phone. That's deep. So he stops bullets is completely different in the past. I don't know. Strange. I don't know really what to think here. Like, I guess we'll have to watch and see for ourselves. Like, I don't know. It looks alright. You know what the thing is? And Forlorn, this isn't a knock against the Matrix or anything. Like, honest to God, spaceflight ruined movies for me. You know why? Because they exist. I don't really watch, like, I quote a lot of movies on here, but not a lot of new movies. You know why? Because I used to watch a ton of movies. I used to be a huge movie buff, and I still am to an extent with older stuff, but I don't really watch movies anymore because rocket launches are better. Like, I disregarded, like, not disregarded, I stopped watching movies, like, totally in, like, 2012. Seriously, you guys ever notice how I really don't quote movies past that? Because I stopped. You know? I don't, it doesn't really do anything for me anymore. Like, spaceflight is just so much cooler, and it actually exists. You know? Lean Ring the editor. Here, Dan. Oh, I know. You probably don't understand. Here, I'll add a bunch of U's in there because that makes it British. How about that? Learning the editor. Yeah, yes. Stop watching TV. Yeah. I just prefer spaceflight and stuff, I guess. Yes, quite. Indubitably, yeah. We will add U's on the beaches, and we will add U's in the air, and we will add U's to every single word. that doesn't belong there, and then we will move forward to ultimate victory. More. You know, if a bunch of people just type learn ring in the editor, or in the chat, and don't tell me that the title is wrong, I won't know what that means. Pretty much, Entropy. 84 was the best year for movies. DJ, the title is wrong. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. What do we want to do in Starbase today? Want to keep working on the ship? Get out of here. I was hoping that you didn't know what I meant, by the way. Man, has it really been freaking almost a week? Indubitably. Yeah, baby. Look at, we got the outer cladding for the ship. Oh, that's so cool. The extra letters were added specifically to annoy the French. Completely serious. I'll believe that. Sticky tahi. Etimos prosabahorisi. Nice. Oh, wait, I gotta put the music back on. Here we go. I would like to see this ship fly. Nobody wants their takis to be sticky. But you want your baklava to be sticky, though. Goat 'em. The vacuum cleaner of doom. So AJ, going to get something done today, or am I going to be looking back over and seeing you looking at cars all afternoon again? Wow. You know, I think I'll just do this for like 6 hours straight. Yeah, I might just switch to Beam now, Thomas, and just mess with cars in Beam. Just for that comment. No, I said I would play Starbase today, guys. But that doesn't mean we can't talk about cars and play Starbase at the same time. No, seriously, okay. Hillness, alright, first of all, I hope you step on a Lego. Second of all, dude, all I've been thinking about is Route 154. Dude, I'm like itching to go, man. Jet doesn't know that EJ has a slideshow of cars on his other screen. Nah. Water. Oh, I was gonna show you what I have on the other screen. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Frickin' magnets. How do they work?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
No, that was just the thing that popped up and suggested because I think that meme is hilarious. Hey, Gunny. 10-month resub. Thank you. Whoop, whoop! And I don't want to talk to a scientist. You guys are lying and getting me pissed. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Frickin' magnets. How do they work? I love that song. ICP is one of the most fun shows I've ever been to. Of course they are. There's a couple of guys from Michigan, man. Of course they're great. Alright. By the way, the Matrix trailer, so much hype. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, yeah, I'll probably give it a watch. Probably have a go, mate. Actually, you know what I've been watching lately? And I don't mean to change the subject because the Matrix trailer is sweet, but Remo and I got caught up on Ted Lasso last night. No, 2 nights ago. It's awesome. Mushroom Head. Nice, damn. Nice. Yeah, I'd go to that. I'd go to that. Because I'm trying to figure out how to get a fresh power cell and install it into your freaking ship. Oh, freaking mint there, bud. I haven't seen Ted Lasso, and I want to, but I don't have Apple TV. Yeah. Well, Hellfish, I wanted to... Yeah. I gotta remember where we were at, dude, to be honest. I have everything up here in... That's the original version of the ship. I have everything up there on the new ship. So, I think I'm gonna get rid of that in this save. And now we have just Super Vlad Mark II here. EJ is the kind of guy that would go see Foo Fighters again. I did. I saw them 2 nights in a row, Forlorn. Yeah. I like concerts. Concerts are fun. Fun times. Well, I sell power cells and power cell accessories, boy. I tell you what. I honestly have to find a way to send you some. Is this a picture of baklava? Oh my god. Chief, that would... Oh. I don't mind Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl's alright. Foo Fighters are the best, the best, the best, the best, the best of you. I got another confection to bake. Alright. So, we did the outer hull plating here. Baklava with ice cream filling. We call it saragli. Ah. Very nice. So, you got... Wait, hold on. Just 1 second. Yeah, we should do the wiring. How much of this is finished? All right. I gotta put the fuel tanks and stuff back in. Leave the gun. Take the cannolis. Great movie. Aeronor. Pretty much, Laserman. Yeah. Great ad lib too. Thanks. We really have to get this thing working. I'll take a collaboration I want to see for 2000, Alex. That's awesome. Chop, mate. That's sweet, dude. Here's the recipe. Oh, gosh. Alright, check that out. Chief, you know what? Like, dude, I worked for Greeks down the road. That Ma and Pa grocery store was owned by Greeks. Like off the boat. Like, why aren't you working hard enough? Greeks. You know exactly what I mean. So yeah, dude, I always got baklava around Chief, you'll understand this. I always got baklava the first week in January. Really? You haven't said that before? I never told you that, dude? I always got baklava the first week in January, man. Yeah, that mom and pop grocery store that I worked at in high school. Yeah. And after that. Yeah, Greeks. Oh yeah. I always got baklava the first week in January. Who knows why? Set up the bridge, then wiring, and then test flight. Yeah. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, then we'll get to work. I gotta ask Rima a question real quick. All right, I'm back. That's right, Rarest. You got it. All right, let's do this. Okay. So, we got to put the reactors back in the ship, but I need to figure out what we're going to do about this. I can't have the reactors exposed. I don't want the reactors exposed. Let me put it to you like that. So, I need to come up... Wait a minute. What was I doing? I think I was just making the outer plating for the ship. This is just the outer plating right here. And... Huh. I think this was the mock-up for the outer plating with the updated frame, right? I think that's where we were at. Yeah, I think we stopped at making the front glass, so that's what we should work on today. I left this as a temporary thing. And I was going to have a couple of different mock-ups of the ship, right? Because these aren't bolted down. These things will just fall apart if we tried to launch this right now. We finished the mounting mechanism. There's plating on the inside here. So what do we have left to do? We got to do the wire harness, right? And then we got to do the inner plating. And then, well, all the controls and stuff. Yeah, this does look good, though. It came out really nice. It looks like the ribbing needs to go back there as well. We gotta add the ribbing to the last bulkhead here. Okay. Is there anything else we need to add to this thing? in terms of outer plating. I think the outer plating is good. We got to just figure out how to seal off the rear bulkhead. And this is a ship that we were working on, supposed to be a fast cargo hauler, and I wanted to make sure that the engines were impervious to impacts and hits, so I put them inside of an armored housing here. Man, I realize why everybody makes boxes in this game. Makes more sense now. But yeah, okay. The interior looks great. The interior isn't even finished, man. This is all exposed in here. But I need a bulkhead right here along these lines. We need controls and wiring before internal panels. Yeah, absolutely. Chief, I'm gonna need your help on this one. If you're here, he's here. Okay, Chief, I need your help. How would you build a ship? I'm dead serious about this. Because we have our outer plating, but I have a feeling that that's not the first thing that gets installed here. Minecraft has really stepped up its textures. Yeah, it's that RTX, Will. Here's where I stopped with the Tachirosi panel issues. Yeah, I got you. Part by part. All right. I got to do some research here. All right, let's take a look. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's Hoonigan messing with the cop car. Yeah, I remember that episode. It's a good episode. Let's take a look here. I want to see how the real stuff gets put together and see if we can use this, because I know dick about shipbuilding, I'll be honest with you. Hey, nice welder. Part by part. Are those parts pre-wired? I know they make prefabricated segments, but hey. Wait, that was Enterprise. Wait, why is Enterprise there? 6.5. What the hell's that doing there? Prefabs are for the easy build oldie. Well, Forlan, I'm gonna make my own prefabs with blue pills and red pills and Agent Smith. I don't know. Forlan, I'll be honest, I really like Agent Smith. Agent Smith's one of my favorite bad guys. But I always root for the bad guy. That's my favorite part. I like compelling bad guys. Smith isn't that compelling, to be honest with you. But he is cool, so. Mr. Anderson, I'm going to enjoy watching you die, Mr. Anderson. You're going to help us, Mr. Anderson, whether you want to or not. See, okay, they clearly have some plumbing. This looks like Starbase, by the way. They clearly have some plumbing locked in here, and this is clearly a cableway, like a raceway for plumbing and stuff. Could be for fuel lines or jet fuel or whatever. Water. What is that they're sanding? They're sanding off paint. Looks like Starbase, doesn't it? Oh, look at that guy. He's taking that. Oh, those are beautiful welds. Very nice. Good job, man. There's the insulation. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm looking at, like, how you'd put these things together. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what the right way to... 700-ton superlift. All right. Hey. We choose to build this aircraft carrier in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy. Holy shnikes. It is wired. They wire up everything. Look at it. It's even got the HVAC installed. Look at all the lights. Damn, son. That's ridiculous. Grinder and paint makes a welder I ain't. Alright, I see it, Chief. I'll load it up in a moment. These parts, look, even the doors and like the they're not called doors. Everything on a ship has a different name. And people will get mad at me if I don't say the name correctly. Elevator shaft right there. That's an internal elevator shaft. I think they use these for moving ordnance up to the hangar deck on the carrier. These are called blocks, okay? It's like a big Lego kit. Holy crap, dude. That's impressive. You know what? One day I want to see a crane that big used to build starships. I want this. We're not there, but we're almost. Holy, this is super interesting. I'm getting goosebumps, dude. That is a huge piece of metal. Look at them building the ship. That's so cool. Look at them with the superstructure. Limprod, that's amazing. All right, let's take a look. See, the reason why I'm wondering is because I just want to see how they wire it. Do they put the whole ship together, or do they wire it piece by piece? Bro. Oh, that's so damn cool. Wait, Chief, what did they just do? Why did they take it out of the dry dock? Did they do a float test? Wiring answer, Bass, what do you got? Looks pretty similar to modular building construction. That's what I'm thinking, Iron. Check out the videos where they literally cut cruise ships in half. Then add more in the middle. I've seen that, dude. I've been on a vessel like that. Bass, I'm looking for it. Interesting fact for you if you didn't know. Many ship modules are built upside down for easier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC installation, then flipped upon assembly. Yeah. They brought a new super block into the dry dock to connect them. Look at them just building the segments over there. This is ridiculous. Guys, watch the crane. Watch the crane when it picks up the segment, or when it lets the segment down. Look at the barge. Okay, you detension the cables, and yep, you're good. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's freaking impressive, dude. So, Chief, would these sections have wiring in them, or would they wire it after? I mean, Baz is saying some stuff is already pre-wired to an extent. No replacement for displacement. Indeed. Now imagine this, but in orbit. Entropy, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. We need to do stuff like this in space. And I think we can look to the commercial shipping. I think we can look to commercial shipbuilding and naval architecture in space to an extent. Literally, all you need is the boat without the boat hull. All the principles are still there, because the things that you need to make a boat go and the things that you need to make a rocket ship go are not that. I mean, they're a little bit far off, but the bulkheads and the lattice and the lattice structure that they use for containers and building it in sub-assemblies, like the ISS was built like this. The International Space Station was built in sub-assemblies. The space shuttle brought them up. We got to build stuff like this. Wiring, not much, but plumbing, yes. Okay. This would be sci-fi to sailors of the 1400s. Yeah, imagine where we'll be in another 600 years, dude. We'll be building this stuff in space. There's no doubt. That's awesome, man. It's so cool. In another life, dude, we would just be playing like From the Depths all day, and we'd be building ridiculous ships like this, and then I'd break that game. Look at that monster. Look at that monster of a ship. Damn, that's cool. How does a yellow crane move? It's on railroad tracks, D-Man. All the cranes are on railroad tracks. Dude, putting stuff on railroad lines is very, very, like cranes, is very good. You know why? Because there's no sprung weight, okay? So, the crane doesn't have to go very far. It doesn't need suspension, so they don't give it suspension. They just put it on wheels, just like the mobile launcher. The mobile launcher has suspension to an extent, like the one for Atlas V. There are bogies that have suspension, right? But railroads, by and large, don't need that much suspension unless you're going fast. The cranes don't go fast. So the idea is that you don't want to lift a payload up and be on like tires that have springs on them, right? Because if you lift it up and the crane's already on sprung weight, it's not unsprung, it's going to tip, right? Because the suspension is going to compress. So like a lot of heavy lift cranes are all on either tank tracks or like the ones at Boca Chica, or they're on railroad lines. For shipyards, they're on railroad lines. Then they float the ship and put it into the next dock and start wiring so the dock can accommodate another vessel. Okay. All right. Yeah, sprung weight is no good for lifting. I know a couple of crane operators that watch the stream, T-Men. Actually, some of the crane operators are friends with the guys that are operating the Liebherr 11350. I won't say who though. It's not who you think it is either. The one that they use to stack Starship, I know a guy who knows the guy that operates that crane. It's like 2 degrees of separation removed, but still, it's pretty rad. Anyway, let's so plumbing is wired up. Okay. You're sprung after seeing that? So we should work on individual segments. Okay. Fortunately, we can pretty much do that here. All right. How will we get this done? I'm going to create sub-assemblies. In ships, it's called piping. Yeah. All right. Here. So I wasn't particularly fond of these window segments, to be fair. We got to come up with a better bridge here, but we will outfit the ship basically one segment at a time. But I need a way to be able to see this. I need to be able to basically look right through the plates. And I know that we could toggle visibility of the plates and then lock them out so you can't select them. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, toggling visibility of the plates should be fine, right? That should work. Is this a new game? Welcome. This is Starbase. Starbase is a game where you design and build ships, and then you can fly them around in space. It's actually pretty rad. Yeah, I know Whale's name. Yeah, nice. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Is it bothering anybody else? It's all natural. Well, how did you get away with that name, first of all? How'd you get away with that? Alright, just to say, dude, I run family friendly during the day, so I'm just gonna call you Whale from now on, okay? Oh my god. Alright, so there's one thing that I wanted to do here. We need to take these segments. I forgot about the visibility layers, dude. Yeah, that's something that real shipbuilders can't do. They can't toggle visibility on things unless they're working with Windows. But, yeah. I'm just having a whale of a time, indeed. There. We need to copy these bulkheads over so the plates can adhere correctly. Transparent aluminum, anyone? Is that even a thing, Sneaky? I hear people say it all the time, but is transparent aluminum like fusion? Like everybody's like, oh, well, transparent aluminum would solve that. Oh, fusion would solve all of our power problems. Wait, how do we do it? Oh, I don't know. Quote from Star Trek. Maybe? It's an actual thing. It's a form of sapphire. Neat. Tessa, I wonder if, just on a side note, I wonder if Mick knows Nick and Rich. He must. They're in the same part of the country, right? They're both in the Midlands. And I know that saying, oh, they're both in the Midlands, they must be neighbors, right? Like, no. I wonder if they know each other. I wonder if they've ever crossed paths. They have to have. There's no way that they haven't. I don't know. Ask him next time. Ask him, dude. I could just text him. I got Mick's number, dude. Oh yeah, no. We talk about stuff from time to time, dude. Talk about car things. Yeah, I know. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I got Mick, dude. We shoot texts back and forth every once in a while. He's a good dude. Good friend. Really. Tessa, Mick's one of those guys that you ever have somebody that you just instantly make friends with, and you're just like you're good, like you're totally good. It's strange. That does happen. Very rare. Ben's link. Optical Ceramic Center. No crap. That's aluminum. Aluminum oxynitride is an amazing and unique transparent advanced ceramic that is polycrystalline with a cubic spinel crystal structure. Dude, we should use that for glass in space. The melting point is 2150C. Holy crap, that'll almost survive re-entry. What? That reminds me, told my parents about your upcoming cross-country road trip. They said Godspeed for doing it in a week. Sneaky, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't a challenge, bro. Wow. Just weld it all. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that are saying I'm crazy. It's fine. I probably am. I'm not going to sit here and try and say that it's a good idea. It's absolutely not a good idea. That's why I'm doing it, because it's going to be fun. Alon-based armor has been shown to stop multiple armor-piercing projectiles up to 50 BMG. No way, dude. That's really freaking cool. As long as you're prepared for Plan B. Hokey, I'll be honest with you. I'm setting this up like mission mode. Seriously. I have all types of backup plans. Dude, I even have backup shops in case, for whatever reason, I can't work on it at Hoonigan. I'm pretty sure they're good with it. Well, not pretty sure. I am. I'm pretty sure. No, that would be dumb. That would be dumb to not check that. I have secondary shops to work to figure it out, dude. Like, I have alternative plans in case we can't get the bed or whatever. Dudes, actually, since I announced the project, there's been an outpouring of people that are like, I've gotten like a couple of different inquiries. They're like, hey, I'll do the exhaust for you, no problem. I'm like, what? They're like, no, I'll do that. Hey, I got shops. You need tools, I got it. It's no problem. Like, dude, I didn't realize you guys would be like this into it. I'm really, really excited. There are people you guys are super into it. And that's awesome. I'm really, really happy about that. don't think we need these. These I-beams are not needed. Oh, speak of the devil. What's up, Mick? How you doing? Mick, you heard about the project that I'm working on, right? Dude, I don't think I ever got around to saying it. Raid, baby! What's up, my brother? Dude, the trailer came out friggin' mint, dude. Mint. No, do tell. Alright, guys, I gotta tell Mick real quick. Alright, so... Dude, I bought another truck. Bought another truck because... Cars. You know. Vehicles. I bought another one. See, I called it. Shut up, Hillness! Shut up! So I bought another truck, dude. The thing is, actually, this is a good way to show you. I bought another one. It's a 97 F250. So it's like, think like, I mean, you probably, it's a truck. It's a old Ford truck, all right? It's the box body style. So it's like if you buy like an older, like a Series 2 or a Series 3 compared to like the new Defender. It's not plastic. So it looks like not double cab. It looks like that, right? I bought one of these. It's in decent enough condition. It was owned by Hoonigan, so it's not. I mean, it's missing parts. I bought one, and what I want to do is stream fixing it, right? Yeah, right. Obviously, stream fixing it. It needs a bed. Probably needs a new rear end because they welded the diff. You know, it's got a 5.8, got a 5.8 V8, roller cam. It's really nice. It's a Windsor motor, so it's like a bigger version of the one that was in that 5.0 that you showed me on the stream that one time. So it's got a roller cam in it, really nice, good for low end torque, right? It's got a 5-speed in it. It's got a ZF 547, 5-47, 5-speed in it. ZF, great gearbox, yeah, make great transmissions, right? Here's the thing. I am over here in Boston. That truck is over here. It's in Long Beach. Mick, I am literally closer to you than I am to that truck. So, what I'm gonna do, dude, is I'm gonna fly out in 2 weeks. I'm flying out to California, one-way trip with Primo, with my girlfriend, and I'm going to stream fixing that thing, and then you know where this is going. I'm gonna drive it back home, and I'm gonna stream all of it. I have an IRL streaming rig like what you've been doing, dude, hooked up for the truck. Well, not for the truck. I've been testing it with a Mustang driving around Boston. And yeah, we're going to stream driving that whole thing back last week of September. Can I fly to the States? I don't know. Swimming across Lake Michigan. No, but we are stopping in Detroit. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to stream fixing it, and I'm going to stream driving that thing home. A lot of people are calling me insane for doing this. You're probably right. Still don't care. Still doing it. Yep. That's the plan, man. That's the plan. O'Reilly to O'Reilly. Yeah, how did you know? Remember that bad obsession question? I'll ask later, Tessa. That's fine. Actually, we can ask now, I suppose. But I gotta get back to working here. Mick, I have a question, dude. Tessa and I were wondering, do you know, like the guys at Bad Obsession? You know those guys? Bad Obsession Motorsport? Oh man, I wish I could come over. Mick, don't worry. If I make it back, dude, I want to. If this truck makes it and people are into it, dude, I'll find other ways to do road trips. Don't you worry. Carry many tools. Oh yeah. Well, that's why I need to put the pickup bed back on. Yes, sir. They're not very far from you. You know those guys. All right, right on, dude. I've been following Binky for the better part of a decade, man. Like since the project started. I started watching it like episode 4 or something. You're insane for doing it, but that's besides the point. Yeah, it's fine. When you assemble super blocks, the piping is not Simply welded. We use expansion joints. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Chief. Alright. I'm not sure, Sneaky. Maybe. Yeah, Aeronord, that's the thing. That's what people don't understand. The 5.8 with a 5-speed is bulletproof. It's really good, unless it's been gacked in the past life. Not sure you're allowed to visit yet. Yeah. When the world gets less crazy, dude, we can cannonball. We'll cannonball this truck. Like I said, those 351s. So it's a Windsor block. It's got a roller cam in it. It's got a. I'm pretty sure it's forged crank from the factory because it's a heavy-duty truck. But either way, I'm not worried about it. I'm really, literally not worried about the motor. I'm worried about the rear end destroying itself because it's welded. But it's all right. Want to make a pit stop in your neck of the woods? We might have to. Mick Primo asked, how crazy do you think this is? So, Mick, the rest of my family, all Chevy guys. They're all GM. Freaking Vauxhall. Ugh. They're all GM, and they all say, nah, it'll never make it. And they're freaking Brimo out. So, Mick, you tell them. Tell Brimo about that Windsor motor and how good it is. Great engines. If it was a Chevy, I'd say hell no. Thank you. The rest of my family, they're all Corvette. They're all a bunch of cleaters. All Corvette guys. Hey, did you see LT1 V8s and LS? It's like... Ford piece of cake. We could do that on 4 cylinders. My guy. It's got a ZF in it, man. It ain't breaking. It's a heavy-duty truck. Alright. So, whatever happens, it should be fun. Should be a fun little project. We call it Route 154. STX, you are not helping me right now. Just don't lay your hand on the shifter while driving. The plastic guides on the shifter forks, they wear out. Done. Yeah, but that's the thing. You know, if this takes off and people are into it, dude, I'll keep doing it. We'll do another one. Show the art for Route 154. There you go. That's what the truck's gonna look like when we're driving it. I have a new bed for it. Yesterday I was looking at how much the exact Mustang you own costs here. The cheapest was $50,000. Wow. Chief, I could go buy another one of my Mustangs for less than 10. That sucks, man. You should come here. Chief, pack everything up. Come here. You don't think there's a need for shipbuilders over here? Just bees out. The hell with that. Just get over here. Bring Peter and the family over here. Figure out a way to do it. Let's get that happening. Need to show Mick the Hoonigans testing them. Okay. Alright. Hillness, why did you do this? You cursed me. Mick, here. Here. I bought it from Hoonigan. So it's this truck right here. The Hoonigans used it on on their YouTube channel for a little while. And yeah. Here, let me
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought that. Yeah, it's 1025 welded though, Mercs. I'm not sure if the diff will take it. Yeah, Hurt's like, I hate this. Yeah, the one that's on fire. Yeah, I bought that one. Yeah. It's a nice truck. Mercus, it's in good condition, dude. They didn't do anything to the engine. They just took the bed off and did plywood wheel burnouts and lit it on fire. Yeah, Sneaky, it'll be alright. Look, if this was just take it easy on the turns, yeah, right? If this thing was... If it was like a 70, 77, F-150 or an F-100 or something, I'd say hell no, we aren't making it home. But it's a 97. Should be okay. So that's how EJ's gonna learn to drift. Storm, all I'm saying is, you know the hill climbing truck that I made in Beam? And then we made that into a drift truck? Yeah, I made a drift truck once in Beam, and that's what I mean. I've been dropping cryptic hints about this project over like the last 2 months, and like 1 or 2 people have gotten them. Did the Soyuz 2-1 launch? Crafter, it's launching out of Plesetsk, so it's not going to, it ain't gonna, it's built for tough, you'll be okay. Thanks, Will. It wouldn't be, streamed. I'm really excited for 154. I think it'll be a great change of pace. Woody, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Alright, anyway, let's start getting these components back in. I'm gonna shut plates out, and we need to... We need to get back to this. Anyway, Mick, hey, thanks for the raid, dude. I do appreciate it. You guys know my buddy Matt Ford. Mick, it was good talking to you. Yes, Chief. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Mad Ford works on cars on the stream all day. Mick's a good dude. Generally needs more follows. So, you know what, Merkers? I'm gonna take the shameless road here. So, guys, Mad Ford Engineering, the stream. So that's Mick, the guy that just raided us. He works on cars for the Drive Tribe YouTube channel. The Drive Tribe YouTube channel is Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond's YouTube channel. So Mick works on cars for the original Top Gear crew. So if you like seeing those, you like those guys, you like seeing the projects that they work on, Mick does the work for them. He's the mechanic for those guys. So, I mean, if that's not a good enough reason to follow, I don't know what is. Watch you get all the way to Boston, only die in the last mile? Yeah. Let me know when it'll be okay. All right, Chief. Sure. Absolutely. Just cut those tall exhaust pipes out towards Shorty's down towards the ground and the exhaust is done. Merc, because that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm cutting the tall pipes off. There's no way it's getting home like that, dude. It's too loud. Fellas, I'm afraid you're just too darn loud. Alright, so let's go into my module designs and let's start placing stuff. How do we want to do this? That's cool. Merkers, I think Mick left, but that's cool that he knows the guys at Bad Obsession. That's really cool. I was prepared to grab my trailer and road trip with you. Cool. If Bree wasn't going, I would have joined you if you wanted. Oh, Merkers, I would have done that if Bree wasn't going with me. But, dude, who knows? If the project takes off, like, guys, I'm not really... You know, I don't really, like... This isn't really how I do stuff. Like, you know, I don't, like, super promote things, you know? That's not really my style. But this one, I really, really want this project to do well. Yeah, I really want this project to do very well. The reason why is because if it takes off and we introduce a new style of content into Twitch, you know, that could really, really show some promise down the road. You know, like, if it takes off, I'll do more crazy road trips. You know, I don't mind. Swinging by the Kentucky truck plant on the way home, let it see its birthplace. Well, this truck was made in Cuautitlán, Mexico. It was made in Mexico City. It's the 3FT truck. So I was debating calling it the F-150. But I figured somebody would get pissed off if I do that. It's a 3 FT, so it's a Mexican truck. 2 FT is Canada, 1 FT is the States. No, 2 FT Forlorn was the truck that quad cab long bed that we saw yesterday on Gov Planet. That big one, that big boy, that's a 2 FT truck. So that means it was made in Windsor. They made those trucks in 3 plants. Cuautitlán, Mexico, Wayne Assembly in Michigan, which is by Brimo's house, which is really cool. It's not. That's more in Livonia, but Metro Detroit people understand what I'm saying. And then there's Cuautitlán, there's Wayne, and then there's Windsor. Oh, then bonk on that. I do like driving cars to where they were made, though. Well, I have a 2008 Mustang, and then last year, because my girlfriend's from Dearborn, I drove the Mustang to Flat Rock, dude. I drove it right back to the factory that it was made, and I took a picture and then left. I should have streamed it. It would have been awesome. I might have to rethink the engine box design here, or the reactors design. U-92 was built in Kentucky or West Virginia. That's been a long time. Is it a Super Duty? It's an HD, heavy duty. So it's a 97, but it's the OBS, well, old box style, or old body style. So it was the last year for the OBS style for the F-250. Yeah, it's got a 351 Windsor and a 5-speed in it, and it's not the 50D Mazda transmission. I'm pretty sure it's a ZF47. I'd have to go underneath it and look. Problem is that the truck is 3,000 miles that way. New seat for the truck. Let me see, Eason. An ejector seat. Nice. Yeah, there you go. There's the link. Yep. Drove the Sting right back to where it was made. Is this part of the massive ship or the whole ship? This is the whole ship. The ship is so much like the ones from Hardscape. Interesting. Alright. I might have to think up a little bit of a better reactor design here. But, you know, this actually... Detroit is only 10 blocks. Everything else is Heights, Park, View. Yeah, right. See, the problem is I forget how I put this stupid thing together. Maybe we should get rid of the center loop right there. And then have this thing riding on the ship's main bulkhead right here. I think that's actually a good idea. And I wanted to leave space out back here because I do want to make a bulkhead here. So we can have this go that far back and that should be all right. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta talk to my mom about something. My mom doesn't approve of Route 154, by the way. But I'm 33, so it's alright. Alright. Anyway, okay. Holy crap, it is a javelin. I thought it looked familiar. What's that, Kralani? What, does this ship look like something? From Hardscape? Hold on. Hard space shipbreaker javelin ship. Yeah, I kind of see that. Plywood wheel burnouts. I gotta get rid of that or I'll keep looking at it. Alright. I don't know if we should make this straddle this thing like this. I'm not sure if that's wise. Yeah, Forlorn. That's it. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. That's really kind of, you know, what I'm after. You know, it's a crazy thing to do, but Primo and I don't have any. We don't have like kids. We don't have pets. It's fine. And that may change in the future, pending consent of both parties. Yeah, the truck is just, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, no, you get it. You get it. You know, you're not as crazy as you look. You're right, though. No, I'm with you. That's right, Ragathor. Yeah, they're gonna settle down and get a puppy. Yeah. Alright, so the reactors are placed in. I want some spacing between the reactors and everything else. And then we need to put radiators somewhere on the ship as well. Yeah, Forlorn, because if it was up to me, I'd just drive straight through. I'd probably drive for like 20 hours straight, just because. But that's probably not a good idea. Okay, so the reactors are in place. Man, I don't know. See, I had this, I figured out how to hook all this stuff up, but then I forgot. I'll be honest with you. I totally forgot how to do it. Totally forget. Magnets. Could someone send me an invite to the company? Same name in game. I don't know how to do that, to be honest with you, but actually, you know, now might be a good time to learn how to do that, Blue Flare. We also got to set up more things with the core and stuff, with the corporation and stuff. Not sure you'll be able to separate the reactors and such enough for it to matter. Yeah. Hey, S-Master, what's going on? Neo, I think I'm going to do pilot rules. Like FAA pilot rules. So don't go for more than an 8-hour stint. Just because, dude, I do not want to make a mistake. Like, I don't want to, like, fall asleep at the wheel on stream or something. Like, that would be horrible. Where did the armor go? It's just toggle visibility, Kim. It's there. The plating is still there, but I need to install all the other subcomponents. Before we do that. Let me just... Yeah, a lot of load is being pushed through those beams. Okay. That was the structural analysis tool. Like, I want to make it so you can access these areas right here, but I'm not sure how. Are you going to stream the trip to Cali or something? 2? No. No. I'm not going to stream 2. No. No, we'll fly out on the plane and then, yeah. We'll, do little streams here and there until we figure out what we need to do to work on it. Streaming the flight would probably not be a good idea. I'm not doing that, S. I don't want to do that. Yeah, of course, Tessa. I'll be alright. I can go for longer than that. Longer than 3, man. Alright. So, we had the reactors there, and then I had the fuel tanks inside of this armored bulkhead right here next to the cargo hold, and then we had fuel tanks there as well. I'm kind of thinking, you know, I had fuel tanks equally distributed here, but, like, do we want prop tanks? Do we still want prop tanks up front for the forward thrusters? I'm not sure. Are you going to work on it there? Yeah. Yep. Oh, what Forlorn said, Blue Flare. You've been test reading your McDonald runs. I've missed them. I went to the place where I get nuggets, dude, yeah. I'm gonna stream the whole trip back. As long as I have a connection, stream should be on, Dara. Seemed awfully aft heavy. As long as the center of mass is lined up with the center of thrust, S, it really doesn't matter. Alright, I'll just put the fuel tanks back in. Let's go. No, that's not the right piece. Prop tank prototype, here we go. Move this out like this, and then see this piece right here. We can get rid of it, and we could have it straddling the main frame, so it's basically attached to it. Yeah, that's a good idea. There we go. Yeah, see, I like that it's straddling the frame there. That's cool. There we are. Where are you going to work on it? Do you have a garage out there? I'm going to work on it in Hoonigan's parking lot, dude. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool project, man. I hope, yeah, I hope we can get it done. I only have a week and a half. That's the only amount of time Bremo could take off. But yeah, if people are into it, Hilness was giving me crap for talking about it earlier, but I really want to promote this project. I really want to promote it. I want to see how Twitch responds, the Twitch community responds to this type of project as a form of content, and see if people are on board with it. Let me edit the videos on YouTube, please. I'll think about it. And I actually will think about it, don't worry. Yeah. Alright, so the fuel tanks are back in. We got the reactors, we got fuel tanks. We need thruster mounts, don't we? Okay, Alex. We should put Route 154 in the title. Alright. It's done. It's next to the pound sign. RCS. So where are the RCS blocks going to go? Let me figure it out here by figuring out where the center of mass is. Oh, no, I don't need that. Oh, all the plates. Damn. I can't see center of mass because of all the plates. Do you think that this would work? I mean, I don't see why not. You would be getting some very nasty side slip with this, like really bad side slip, and I don't think these two engines are enough to move this. You'd get some very, 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 very bad side slip because of this. Also, doing a maneuver where you roll with this would make pilots instantly sick. Because you're not on the center line. You're not on the center line of the vehicle. That pilots would get disoriented very quickly, and literally you can't see the left side of the ship. Great visibility out the right side, but yeah, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Anything can fly. You can get anything to fly if you get enough thrust. Look at the space shuttle. I wouldn't fly in this. No, I wouldn't do that. Pilots can handle it like on twin fuselage planes. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Okay. Alright, how are we gonna do this? We need those, frick, what's it called? What are the, ducting? That's what we need? Right? But still, how do we access this space right here? There's no way to really do it. I'm wondering if I can get rid of these two pieces right here. Or make some kind of door. Let me get a beam in here and see what kind of height we're dealing with. Yeah, the robots will not be able to fit in here. Yep, ducting, okay. Alright, we need to make an access corridor here so we can get at things. So let me get rid of these for a moment. And, I have to do some interior remodeling here now that the reactors are in place. We have plenty of spare room in here for whatever. So if we want to put, like... I don't... You probably shouldn't, but I'm going to have, like, cruise quarters and crafting benches and stuff back here. I think that would be pretty sweet. Even though you really, 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 really don't need them. Doors are available, I believe. Okay. The crafting bench is key. Yeah, context. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a crafting bench up in here. I'm thinking Lincoln here. How are we gonna do this? Alright, let's try this. Will it have a yeet seat? A yeet seat. Yes? No? I don't know what that is. Help me. Okay. Can't do that. Alright. An ejector seat? Probably not. What are you gonna do? Just eject into the vacuum? Exactly. Here, let's take a look. Is just getting rid of those beams in general strong enough here? Does that make this strong? Yeah, it's pretty damn strong. I don't know if we should do it. That does kind of compromise the structural integrity of the ship a little bit. People that are more experienced in this, is this alright? Oh, what the hell's going on there? Oh, bolting. Okay. Yeah, Havix, maybe. I thought it would be good to put auxiliary controls back here somehow, but I'm not 100% on how to do it. You can walk around in the ship while it's moving. Yeah, you can do that, S. Alright, here's what we'll do. Привет, PY. What's up, man? Alright. I'll put a doorway in here. Okay. All right, that's the size that we need. So I'm trying to design like a bulkhead here, something that would be relatively easy to panel. Actually, you know what the best way to do this is to not panel it at all. Because if I was going to put a square doorway there, and that would be extremely difficult to get that right. So I might just leave this as an open area. I'm not sure about the structural integrity of the ship, though. That's not going to end very well. Yeah. Is there any special beams that could help? Best part is no part. Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. Here. Maybe we can go in here. Let me get my straight beams here. And then let's... Let's use the reactor mounts as a structural carrier here. That will help us bridge the gap. That's what I'm thinking, yes, yeah. How come I place that like super easy and then now this one doesn't want to do it? I'm confused. We're not asymmetric or anything, are we? Here, let me turn off snap. Let's see if we can get in here and just... And then let's see if it snaps, but no. How did it... Why? Why? Hey! Damn. How did I place that? It's clipping another beam. It's totally asymmetric, though. I mean, it's not asymmetric. That's so strange. Is there no Arcos? Arcos? Arcos. But see, somehow I got that beam to clip. Oh, alright, Forlorn. Let's see. Must have been some keystroke that I did to get that to work right, but that's something that I still don't understand. Interesting. Alright, if I can't make it asymmetrical, I don't want to. It's a shame, that would have been a good idea. Falcon Landing LLC has added another Gulfstream G550 to its aircraft fleet. It was built in 2003. It was previously owned by Deerjet, and it will have the N502SX tail number. Okay. It's fine. Just cover it with tape. Nobody will notice. Pretty much. Alright. So, ducting. I'm going to go with the no structure here. And it's... I have a feeling this will come back to bite me. But maybe it won't. Who knows? See, we're putting a lot of load on that beam right there. And that one. But then again, it looks like it's carrying structure out here as well. See how dark it is in there? I think the ones that have more blue on them are the ones that are going to carry more load. Yeah, it does. Oh, speaking of stationeers, S, you reminded me. Hang on. Oh, I got a message. Ooh, got a message. Might be important. We just got a letter. Tried Pythos. Might have to postpone some Starbase stuff. Does the game simulate shearing or twisting force, or just push, pull, and impact? McPherson, I'm not 100% on that one. I know there's compression load, and if there's compression load, that definitely means that there's tension. You know? I'm not so sure. I haven't done enough FEA in the editor to really know. The beta schedule. Oh yeah, the beta schedule. I might know a guy that knows a little bit more, that I would trust more with this than the beta schedule. If you catch my drift. Alright, so let's keep going. Is that game any good? I enjoyed it. So I'm going to put the ducting all the way through. We're going to put the main harness into the ship. There. And then what I'm going to do is put a redundant one down here. Go. So we have all the ducting, and let's we're gonna have to go in and auto bolt everything. Dunk, 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 dunk. Okay. The ducts are auto bolted. Now we gotta run them to the fuel lines and stuff. And then we got to connect the cables. We got to connect the cables, and we got to connect the fuel lines in as well. I forget how to do that. Man, I didn't play this game for a week, so let's... Where's the cable? All right, we need the pipe tool. Is that connected? When does Icarus go out of beta? Later this year. By the end of the year. And now where did I route the cable harness to? Cabling is on the outside, so let me switch back over here. Where am I? Where am I? Alright, so now we're connected into the ducts. Alright, now we're gonna need fuel lines. Yeah, okay. How do you connect to the ducts? I'm pretty sure you just run the cables to them. I'm not sure if those are connected or not. I'm not sure if there's a way to test it. Do we have a way to do that? Just needs to touch it, Neo? Okay, thank you. Come on, you. Let's go. Okay, excellent. And now, just for redundancy's sake, I'm going to connect these into the lower ducts because I want to have 2 harnesses that go to the ship in a redundant format. And I know that might kill me on part count, but that's okay. Hey! Okay, so now the fuel lines are all hooked up. Now we got a cable from these things as well, right? Do we have to cable out? What if they short out? I don't even know if that's a thing. Yeah. Fellas, do I have to cable this thing? Alright, 4x3. See you, buddy. Cable if you want to get information from it. Yep. Yep, that would probably be a wise decision. Oh, come here. Check this out. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just finish this while it's on my mind, dude. All right. Hey, dude, odd question. In GSP, I'm trying mission mode for the first time. Infinity 1 SN05 about to launch. Is there a way to modify what contracts do you get so that it's LKO sats and only up to the moon missions? I don't want to go to Duna. Just keep accepting missions that are in that area and it should give you more. Kyron. The solar deck playing cards based on the solar system. Oh, that's cool, Laserman. Nice. There. Oh, it's slightly asymmetric, but that's okay. Can you place the cable and pipe at the same time? Well, ducting is technically cable and pipe, Sneaky. I just, in the local areas, I want it to not be like that, you know? This is looking good. Yeah, it's coming along. So now we got to do the same up here. We got to connect the fuel lines into the duct. So let's just basically do a repeat of, hey, come on now. do a repeat of what we have. I'm gonna make the fuel lines first, like I did before. Switch this over to pipe. Okay. Alright, now we go up here. Gonna need to do the same thing, so we gotta go here, cross to there. Then move the camera, go up. I'm finding, guys, if you right-click on the endpoint, yeah, it'll cap it, which is actually really nice. That's really useful. So like, see, I don't want that there. Right click, there we go. Now we got it. Sweet. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is coming along real good. I'm gonna save here. Inspiration, future, launch, filming, custom truck bed ideas. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. I'm not having a gimbal truck. What are you, crazy? That's for, like, shooting movies, bro. Appreciate it. I love the mission mode rule set and I'm having the time of my life. I already killed Bill in a pad accident testing 03. Oh, gosh. Show me pictures of that, Kyron, please. I would not of Bill dying, but of your ships and stuff. I'm happy that people like mission mode. It's a really, really, really hard way of playing KSP. You got to figure out an end-to-end solution. The whole idea behind mission mode is to teach people what it actually, to an extent, more than KSP already would, what it takes finding an end-to-end solution for spaceflight. It's harder than you think. With the mission mode rules, you're actually building a space program. You're not just building rockets, which I dig. I think that's really cool. It's a really, really fun way to play the game, and I'm glad you guys like it. Sweet. The quad 50 fit in a bed? I don't know, maybe. Alright, let me save that. Cool. Alright, now we gotta hook up the reactors, which is going to be a smidge difficult. The blue is the coolant lines, right? And red is where we need pipes and stuff. The ship is looking great. Thanks, man. It's all in one. Tessa, just hook it up, kind of like Stationeers. Well, a lot of camper beds, forlorn. A lot of campers for the back of a truck like that fit on the bed. You don't take the bed off and put the camper on. You got to put the bed on, and the bed is the floor for the camper. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't know, Tessa. I'm not really thinking about what I'm gonna do with it right now. The reason why is because, well, wait. Doom, it's looking snazzy. Thanks, man. Bomb, you like watching it? Yeah, I hear ya. Oh, blue is the fuel line. I might have to build Doom. I might have to build one. Yeah, let me get it here first, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with it. Does the truck need a new axle? Primo, we don't need a new axle, but it would increase our odds of success. You gotta get out of Long Beach tonight. An order that should have gone to me. Oh, Johnny B. Oh, man, I did auto bolt and I bolted all the panels up. Undo. No, I did it when we were bolting the ducts in. Yeah, I'm not a fan of auto bolt because none of the bolts come in uniform. They look terrible. Like, it never comes in nice and uniform. I don't want that. I want my ship to look uniform. I want the bolt patterns to be right. I want the bolt patterns to look like that. I specifically built the inner structure of the ship to make the bolt patterns on the panels uniform, so we're gonna have to... I just made myself a crap ton of work. Yeah, I know. It does. Pipe, it's annoying. So, which one of these is coolant lines? I have cables hooked up to the red, and I can't, it won't let me pipe into that. It'll only let me pipe into this. What is this? That's cooling. What is the purpose of your ship for building? Fast cargo hauling. Yeah, context, it's okay. It's alright. I'll figure, dude, I have a way we can just put it all back together. It's no problem. One is the pipe interface and the other one's for data and power. So why can't... So we just need to wire these things up and that's it? Okay. That's fine. We can get away with that. Yeah, they don't need fuel going to them. Isn't a new axle going to take a while? No. Okay, so now we need these hooked up to an umbilical with a coolant loop, right? And this is the other reason why I didn't want to bolt any of these damn panels together, but it's alright. Alright. Ship does look good, though. It's coming along quite nice. Primo, a new axle won't be hard to find. It really won't. It'd be... Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. It's not going to be that big of a deal to find one of those things. I could have some people look. I mean, here. Doom, are you here? It's a heavy part, though. We have a pickup truck. We need a Sterling 1025 rear end. One of these guys here. How hard would it be to find a 10.25 locker limited slip rear end? Literally that. You'll take a look around? Thanks, man. Yeah, see, they welded the spider gears up together. So the rear end in the truck is a Sterling 10.25. 10.25, for the people that don't know, refers to the diameter of the ring gear. See, like, that's the thing, though. I don't know if we need a new axle or not. I don't think we... I mean, it's welded, so it'll improve our odds of success if we put in a new pumpkin in there, like that. But that's rebuilding the diff, Bree. That's not something I'm too incredibly good at. I've never done one. I've never done that before. But that's the one that we need, 10.25. Oh, I thought it was the whole thing to the tires. We need... It's this. It's the rear axle. So the truck has a live rear axle with drum brakes, with heavy-duty drum brakes. The spider gears in there are welded. Actually, it's a 10.5, not a 2.5. I don't know why I said 10.25. Yeah, they still make them. Sterling 10.5 axle is currently only made as a full floating axle. I'm pretty... Do they still make these? No, it is a 10.25. It's a 10.25. It's not a 10.50. 10.25. Got 35 spline axles. That's a really nice rear end. I agree, Mile. I'm not going to try to do it myself. Yeah, okay, so I was right. It's a 10.25. Yeah, Doom, see how much those are going for. See how much they cost. It's an okay rear end. It's a truck axle, guys. It's a truck rear end. So let me read. Originally, this axle was made nice. Was made as a 1025 with a ring gear 1025 260 mil till it was upgraded in '99 to the 10.5 inch for Ford Super Duty trucks. 10.25 came with drum brakes. There were two versions of the Sterling 10.25. The first version was produced from 85 to 92. Second version produced from 93 to 97, featuring a stronger pinion and yoke. So we can literally put any rear axle from any F-250 from 1985 to 1987 in this thing. Well, ideally 93 to 97. This corrected a known but rare issue of the pinion yoke nut working loose. Okay. The first and second versions of the 10.25 axle are colloquially known as a short pinion yoke, long pinion yoke, respectively. The 10.25 axle is still made, and it appears the same as the 10.5 externally, except it uses a one-piece differential casing with two spider gears. Yeah, it's the same thing. They still make these things, Bree, so we could buy one brand new. Actually, putting a 1050 in the back would be really cool. Yeah, Doom, see what you can find, dude. You'll make some calls? Thanks, man. I don't necessarily think we need a new axle, so just go feeling around, dude. Don't buy anything. Just feel around. Yeah, it's a heavy duty mile. Yeah. No, see, like with the diff, dude, I know that that's something you need someone that knows what they're doing to do, because long story short, you have to make sure that the ring and the pinion are set correctly, and they have to be like perfectly parallel to each other. If they are even a little bit off, you're gonna get the diff will basically eat itself over time. It'll wear it really, really fast. You got to make sure that everything is perfectly true and shimmed correctly. If it's not, it's gonna break. That's the part that I don't know how to do. I know what needs to be done, but I don't know how to do it. Yep, you have to set the lash with a dial gauge, exactly. And if you let a professional do it and you get it right, then it's never gonna break. It'll last a really long time unless you do something dumb with it. Yeah, and it's not like we'll be able to we're not gonna find an axle shop in Southern California. Bree, that's the other thing. We're not in the middle of nowhere here with that truck. Like, Southern California is car heaven, so I can find somebody that we'll be able to find someone real easy that can rebuild this stuff. We could find a store, like a retail store that rebuilds axles, and go there if we absolutely have to. I screwed up. This top thing is not placed correctly, so let me go into the cable tool. Is that a Supra? You're buying the truck directly from the Hoonigans. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm just fighting the feeling that it's going to take a whole week and a half. Yeah. Yeah, a mile long. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we need a tailgate as well. A tailgate shouldn't be that hard to find. They still make them? Wow. Still make the tailgates, guys. The bed has no tailgate on it, Illness. No, Flagon, that's great, man. Remember to try arching your shoulders, Jerry. Here, hang on. Let me check LMC. Hold on. They might, Primo, they might still make those tailgates. If the vehicle's popular enough, Ford will just keep making the part. That's definitely a thing. Let's see. If LMC has it, then... Give me one moment. Let's see. Style side bed panels 87 to 96. Yeah, you can... Well, you could buy them new at one point. They're back ordered right now. Damn. We'll have to go to a junkyard. Go to a junkyard and see what we can find. Does LMC... Hang on. Let's see if LMC has bumpers. Try rear bumpers. 86, 86, 87, 96. Step side. 80 to 87. Chromers. Nice. Nice bumper. How much do these things cost? Chrome step bumper. Diamond. Chrome step bumpers. It's back ordered. Junkyard it is. Alright, cool. Is the tailgate actually required? I want to put stuff in the pickup bed and I don't want it to fall out the back havocs. Yeah. Junkyard's like, hey, what up? Rock Auto could have it as well, yeah. Alright guys, we made some progress here. I kind of want to try out some Icarus for a couple hours. Is that okay? I got all the ducts hooked up for the ship, and you know what I might do? I might outsource the Yalol stuff to somebody in the Corp. To get the ship running so we can get it done. So just try keeping your head down. Yeah, Primo, all the auto parts are back ordered. We're gonna have to go junkyard diving. That's no problem. That's fun. It's like a scavenger hunt. Yeah, Electronomy, we're gonna have to do it. But see, here's the thing. The junkyard, I don't know if streaming a junkyard is a